Hey, we're back again. Kevin here. We're ready to talk about video number 2. And video number 2 is going to be the actual application. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Now, I know I'm talking fast in these videos. I have some videos that run a lot slower and talk about things a little bit more and go more in depth. But what I want to do is just get the idea out there to folks of what this actually is and how it actually works. Okay, so just bear with me here. I'll keep this moving. We'll keep it moving, and we'll make some progress here. Okay, again, what is day trade? We've already talked about it being browser based, so you don't need to install anything. What you're going to get is a little tone in your browser when something of interest pops up, and you can use that as your indicator, or you can do what I do, which is I do an all day scalping. I look at SPY, and when it moves the way I want to, I jump on that little bus, get a little ride, and then jump out. That's the way I do it. Okay. Now, we talked about the 8-item morning pre-market checklist routine. I'll show you how that goes in a future video. I'm not going to go through all of it right now because I don't want to keep these videos short. There are 3 strategies in there. There's one that runs at F&W orb. That is actually what that stands for. This is my own little acronym here, but what that stands for is fucking with you, because those are the people with too much money. And what they do is, and I'll explain it really quickly, what they do is, if a stock is at a certain price, the broker is instructed to buy 10,000 more shares at a particular price, at just say $100. If he buys 10,000 all at once, the price is going to go up as those orders are getting filled. So it's going to buy some at 100, some at 101, some at 102, some at 103. They don't want to do that. So what they do is they screw us over, the regular retail people. What they do is they have so much money. If they want to buy 10,000, they probably already have 200,000. What they'll do is they'll sell enough to get the market to drop down. You have a stop loss in there, remember? Because you said, okay, if I lose $25, automatically take me out. It automatically kicks you out. You lose your $25. They immediately buy back exactly what they just sold for less money, because you got kicked out. They can buy it back at a lower price. So they continually do that, and they just kind of pump the market until they get everything that they want. But what you have to do is you can't get mad about it. What you do is look at the market and say, look, this is a fake. I'm either going to fade it, or I'm going to wait until it starts to go up, because they wouldn't be buying. People are greedy. Unless the market is going to go up and they're going to make money with it, or there's ways to make money when it goes down too. We'll talk about that later. But unless they're going to make money, they're not going to do what they're doing. So you have to see that and just find your little niche where you can fit in, grab a little bit and get out. Okay. We talked about that. And then also the AI briefing. I'm going to show you that in just a moment here. Let's see. We are on software workflow. Okay, you're going to need 2 softwares to do this. You're going to need the subscription, of course, to DayTrade, to do the discipline, to get the discipline to do the better trading than you've been doing, or may if you require additional discipline. I'm not going to say what you need, because I don't know what you need. That's up to you. But the bottom line here is you're going to need 2 softwares. You're going to have the day trade software, which is going to give you all the indicators and the signals and the AI assessment on a regular basis, 5 minutes, and every 60 minutes we got something going on. Every 60 seconds, I should say. 5 minutes, and every minute we got something going on within the application. The other thing is you're going to need a broker application. I use ThinkorSwim. It's abbreviated TOS. You can look it up online and all of those things. But what I'm going to do is, just for free, I'm just going to give you my desktop the way that I set it up. So you don't have to go through all of those symbols and all of that stuff to figure out how to set it up to look like the way my desktop looks. I'm just going to give it to you, and then then you can use it and work with it if you want. Now, let's go ahead and keep moving here. I use ThinkorSwim, and I also use Schwab. And I got kind of pulled over to Schwab because initially I was with TD Ameritrade, and Schwab bought them out. So, I mean, it doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter which broker you use as long as they fill your orders and you're, happy with the way that they're responding to your requests and things. I use Schwab. Some people like other places. It's up to you. I'm not endorsing Schwab because Schwab hasn't paid my channel. But if they do, you'll see me wearing a Schwab hat and saying go with Schwab. But no, that we'll talk about all of the different things that I use within the application, how I look at futures. And futures is not something where you're predicting the future. What you're looking at is, like, let's say you're I used this in the other video, and this analogy in the other video is, if you need to buy tires, if you need to buy rubber, let's say you got a company and you're making tires, and you need to buy rubber next month. You need to know you need to know now so that you can plan out for next month. What is it going to cost you to buy them? That's what futures are. It's what folks predict the price will be in the future. It's not something, but you can buy a contract for futures and buy it now for delivery in the future. So by looking at futures, you can get an idea of what the price will be. If right now it's trading in this range and the futures say it's going to be trading in that range, you can have a pretty good, that's a pretty good indication that things are going to go up between now and then. But, we'll talk about those things. Let's take a look at the actual dashboard. Here I'm talking about the dashboard, but I'm going to actually go ahead and show you what the dashboard in the program actually looks like here. Let's go here, and this is the actual application. Okay, right now it's Sunday and the market is closed, so some of these indicators just have a dash there, or don't have any information showing. But what you have up here is it's KeyTools DayTrade is the application. Up here, once you log in, you'll have your username up here. You can go into settings, and in settings you can turn on and off. If you look kind of back here in the background, you can turn on and off different strategies within the application. If you don't want to do certain things, you don't have to. You don't have to look at them. Over here, you can change the application to Spanish if you want. Everything here is now in Spanish, but let's see, let me close that. I'm going to put it back in English just so we can get through this demo here. Okay, but what you have here is this banner up here at the top will update throughout the day. Right now it's just saying the market is closed, but it'll tell you if you have a strategy. The first strategy is FNWU. That runs from 6:30 in the morning until 8 o'clock. So it will open up here, and you'll have information in here and different cards and things like that to deal with or to work with. And I turned off Bollinger, it looks like I did. Turn that back on. Is now I can see this Bollinger here. This strategy works from 8:45 on through the rest of the day. So what will automatically happen in the application is, after this window is closed, when this window was ready to close, you'll get a little message up here, and it'll say, hey, look, close out whatever positions you have in this using this strategy, and it'll close out, or you'll close them out. And then down here is a Bollinger squeeze. I'm going to explain what all of these different strategies are in a future video. Okay, we're already at 10 minutes on this video, so this is up here. This is really just a kind of a motivational little piece that I put in there each day to kind of get you in the right frame of mind for trading. This is your AI assessment. What I've done with the application is all of this in these different cards over here. These are called KPIs. These are my key performance indicators. What they do is, once these are filled with numbers and information, I have AI set to grab this information, go out and look at it, and then give me back a plain English assessment of what it thinks the market is doing today. Hey, be careful, this, that, or whatever. And again, it's not financial advice. And I put that right here. It's AI generated. It's not financial advice. Okay. It's just giving you an idea of what the market is doing. Okay. So that's what the application looks like. The pre-market prep, we kind of talked about that. We'll go through this, all of the different check boxes and things there, and how that works in the next video. For now, we talked about in the left column, we talked about the overall market. Is it bullish, bearish, or neutral? What's happening over the last 20 candles, which is you're just trying to get some context of what's going on in the market. What happened over the last 9, that is giving you a more, it even, you're kind of zooming in on what's going on. What's the bias for today? If the overall market is going up and today is going down, that's a conflict. It's since it's saying one thing on one indicator and saying something on the other indicator, that's a day where I will be really cautious. I'll cut back on things because my dashboard is telling me that I don't know what it's going to do. So you don't know what it's going to do. There's no guarantee that once we have all the signals that it's going to do what we're saying. But the bottom line is the information that we get gives us better odds at being right than being wrong. Okay, the VIX volatility down here, and whether it's normal, elevated, or high, I'll tell you what that is. But the bottom line is that for volatility, if the stock market is going way up and down really fast, just all over the place, the VIX will be higher. That means that the options that you're buying will cost you more. If it's really high that day, I don't mess with it. I don't buy it that day. Let's say I'm going to go back over here to this application. The VIX is right here. That's the volatility. Like right now it says it's 16.78. That's if it's normal, if it's under 20, elevated is if it's between 20 and if it's over 30. Yeah, I consider it high. So just, that's the way the VIX work. Oh, I didn't tell you this about this down here. This is upcoming news, the catalyst for what's happening out there. Like coming up on Thursday, June 25th is initial claims. Those are the jobless claims. It's moderately important as far as what the impact that it will have on your day trading, but it's something that you should know about. So maybe you just don't trade right when they do the jobs report, or if they do it before the market opens. There are different things to look at there, but the bottom line is this little card right here is going to give you the news that's coming up. Okay, let's jump back over here. And we talked about today's catalyst here. And in this column, the collapsible pre-market, we kind of looked at those different things. We talked about the different strategies, and we'll go from there. Okay, now at the top, we also talked about the AI assessment. It's just a three sentence little summary of what AI is looking at the market and telling you what it's going to do. Okay, down here is a sample of what that would look like. Oops, I went to the next slide there of what it would actually look like. Now, this is one of our. This slide is a little earlier. It's the assessment here is kind of a little. It's not quite plain English, but once you get used to this stuff and you start to go through the different indicators and things like that, you'll find that this little jargon becomes second nature to you. But having the AI assessment is helpful. You can actually, one of those things that you could turn off in the application is the actual AI assessment. If you don't want to see it, you can come up here, go to settings, go to AI market summary, turn it off. You don't have to look at it. You can just have your indicators and do your your work without it, but I find it helpful. Oh, there's also a user guide here. The user guide, we talked about that earlier. If you don't want to go through all of these videos, jump into the user's guide, and I put all the information in here as far as what the application does. Okay, now what are we going to talk about next? Next, we're going to go through we already talked about the assessment. Let's see, the next video is going to be the 3 strategies. I'm just going to do an overview of those 3 strategies, and then we're going to dig into each one of them and talk about what they actually do. Okay? All right, take it easy. Those videos will go a little slower because there's more information there, but that's where we are right now. Video number 3 is coming up. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. There'll be a little video after this to talk about the subscription, but remember, you can jump to video 9 if you want to just go ahead and get started and not listen to these videos, okay? But you can save some money. Hang in there. Bye.